Salakia, the corny thing about these iPhones are that when your phone locks, I wasn't paying attention to my screen. I was actually kind of just, had my eyes closed as I was talking. But when these phones lock, for some reason it cuts off the screen record, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, basically what I was saying was damn, what was I saying? Yeah, I was basically saying that you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and all you Israelites that are out there, whether what nation you call yourself, if the spirit adheres you to come up and receive, come up and receive by all means. We encourage that. We encourage you to ask questions in sincerity, not to scoff. And learn this message, man. And really, the point of the video really wanted to go into was that the Lord is the one who put these words in our mouths. He's the one who taught us his truth ultimately. Of course, we learned under the elders and apostles, but it was the Spirit of the Lord that guided us to first and foremost hear this knowledge and to have the Spirit to seek this knowledge, right? And then it was also the Spirit of the Lord for us to actually understand and believe this knowledge. All right. So it's a trickle down effect of those things. The Spirit has to deal with you for you to even hear this truth, whether it's through another brother that tells you, or a family member, or you happen to stumble across a video, or some whatever, however you find this truth. And then second, to actually listen and understand and believe, and then the third way is to actually be in it, So let's jump to my next precept. I'm gonna get Exodus 4:11. It says, let me review chat real quick. Yeah, this was going in the time when Moses was talking to the burning bush, talking to the angel, and he was saying like, hey, I'm not that eloquent, how am I going to tell the people, but and this is just an example of what the Lord did for Moses in the ancient times, and it's the same thing the Lord is doing with us, and really in a similar fashion. Let's read verse 10. It says, and Moses said unto Yahweh, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. Right. So Moses was not the most eloquent speaker. He wasn't one that you would call to be the greatest public speaker, and he's very well spoken and elaborative, but he was, like a lot of brothers that's in this thing, and I don't even consider myself to be eloquent. I would consider myself to be slow of speech, slow of tongue. Sometimes I have to stop to think about the exact word I want to use, or I get lost in my thoughts, But ultimately, the Spirit of the Lord will guide you and put the words in your mouth. And it may not always seem like it's coming out right in your own head, but to the sheep, to the elect, it may be the most edifying thing in the world, But verse 11 is the point. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, who have made man's mouth? Right. The Lord asked him a question, like, who's the one who made man's mouth? It says, or who maketh the dumb or the deaf or the seeing or the blind? Like, right. Like the Lord's like, yo. It says, have not I the Lord? Right. Like, yo, like I'm the one who made the man's mouth. I'm the one who gave man ears to hear and eyes to see and a mouth to speak. Right. So, and then the point is right here. It says, now therefore go, and I will, it says, and I will be with thy mouth and teach thee what thou shalt say. Right. So, hey, if any brothers is listening to this video that may be new to the faith, that may not have gone out on the highways and hedges yet, that may just be starting to do their lessons and things, and you're kind of nervous and wary about how you're going to say what you're going to say, or you're worried that you're not going to have anything to say. Hey, listen, say a prayer before every video. Me personally, I say a quick prayer, like a real quick prayer. I know it in Hebrew, but in English, it's really simple. You just say, the water Yahweh Shemi Shai for the spirit, to do this lesson. I ask that you allow your words to speak through me, that this video may be edifying to the elect. Beautiful and edifying to the elect. It's just that simple. Because that's what it's for, really. It's for the elect. 2/3 in the heathen are not going to get this truth anyway. So whether or not it's edifying to them doesn't really make a difference. What it matters is the lost sheep of the house of Israel that are going to come back and hear this truth. So those are to those is going to be edifying, because at the end of the day, even the most eloquent speakers in the camps and the nation could break down these scriptures, and to a heathen or 2/3 it's still not edifying, because they don't know what the hell is going on, because the Spirit is not with them. So the Lord is like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm the one who made the man's mouth to speak. I'm the one who gave man's eyes to see and man's ears to hear. So if you have faith and you just push forward, I'll be with you. You may not have the best vision, but if I send you forth to a mission to where you have to use your eyes to get it done, just go. I got you. If I send you on a spying mission where you need to listen in on a conversation that's through, whatever, and you ain't got the best ears, just go. I got you. All right. If I need you to go speak in front of millions of people, just go. I got you. And you got to have that measure of faith in this truth of ours to just go out and do this work, man. Just preach this word, do these lessons, go out and teach. Don't be afraid of confrontation with scoffers and people. Just welcome it, because ultimately, you having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you best believe that the Lord is going to be there for you. Because what does Scripture say? Has any ever counted and called on the Lord, and he has forsaken them? No. The Lord doesn't forsake anyone that calls upon him in truth and sincerity. That's not our power. Now let's jump to. I'm gonna jump to Luke 21:15. It says. So I like doing it this way. I'm gonna start at 14. It says, "Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what thou shalt answer." Right. So now, don't take this scripture too literal. Now, you always want to think before you speak, because that's called using wisdom. But what the point of the scripture is really saying is, don't sit there and dwell and really put too much thought into what you're going to say. Take a quick second, a brief second, think before you speak, and then open your mouth and allow the Spirit of the Lord to speak through you when it matters that refer around the truth. And you can use this in the word as well for anything. But you don't want to just be quick to speak, and not put any thought into it. That's not what the scripture is saying. It says, don't just sit there and meditate. Like meditation, when you meditate on something, that's a process. That's something that takes time, where you're just literally sitting there and meditating in a deep thought. You don't have to be in a deep thought before you say something or before you make an action, but for most things. But really, when it comes to this truth and you're on the line, somebody asks you a question, take a quick second, just like this. Let's say, hey, what are such and such a... Can you explain to me John 3:16? Okay. See, I said, okay. That gives you a pause and a moment to get your thoughts together. So, all these different words, you use these little... I forgot what they're called exactly, the definition for them, but you use these bridge or gap words to give you pauses in your speech, saying, all right. These things give you a moment in time to get your thoughts together, man. And you utilize those. Verse 15 is the point. It says, "For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist." Hey, man, that's the point. Because out on the highways, man, you know how many people and scoffers we encounter on a weekly basis that try to condemn us and confound us, and they never can. Why? Because ultimately, the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is with us, man, and dealing with us, man, that we believe through faith. We cut anything that come our way, man, humbly speaking, man. I say it in the humblest way possible. But, this goes for really all the camps from what I've seen, We cut anything that comes our way, man. Why? Because not only are we well trained and sharpened in our word because we put the time in, but ultimately because in the moment, the Spirit of the Lord is dealing and speaking through us, man. You know, and that's a small scale spiritual power. Because, and that's another thing why it's beautiful about being a body too. So I definitely encourage you, brothers, if you have brothers that are at arm's reach, by all means, reach out. So if you're in a city and you have no Israelite camps, primarily under the Great Millstone doctrine or banner, that are in your city, if you have brothers that are an hour away and you have a vehicle of transportation, take the drive once a week. It's well worth it, man. We got brothers in our camp, brothers that live in Lancaster, Coatesville, from Philadelphia. Coatesville is about 45, 50 minutes away. Lancaster is about an hour and 20, hour and 30. And those brothers make the trip twice a week, you know? So there's no excuse. And because of course they can go out in their cities and do the work themselves, you know? They can go out there and prophesy every week, but what? No. They'd rather be a part of a body, because when you're a part of a body, you can lean on brothers. You can utilize other brothers. You can learn from other brothers. You fellowship, man, because the scriptures even say that being a lone wolf in this thing is not good. You want to be with godly men. You want to be around like-minded brothers, because that's how you sharpen and keep yourself strong. Being a lone wolf is, even a lion isn't alone. A lion has his pride, you know? Now I'm going to end off with this script right here. Ephesians 6. And I'll just read 19 and 20. It says, "And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel." Right, that's what I said earlier. We're making known the mystery of the gospel through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So we don't care what scoffers have to say or what information or so-called belief that these people come up against us, man, because ultimately you can't do anything against the truth but for the truth, man. You know, you come up scoffing, you're just fulfilling prophecy. You know, you come up believing a lie, you're preaching this Christianity or Catholicism or whatever doctrine, you're just proving prophecy, man. Verse 20 says, "For which I am an ambassador in bonds, that therein I may speak boldly as I ought to speak." Man, we're ambassadors in bonds in this truth, man. You know, we're the spokesperson for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because Yahweh is not going to come off his throne to come speak to you people, his creation, his footstool. No. You know, you're beneath his footstool. Earth is Yahweh's footstool, and you're beneath his footstool. You're like a grain of sand underneath his footstool. So what are you? He's not coming off his throne for you. Yahweh Shai already came down and did his thing, and y'all killed him, man. So when he come back, he coming back for blood, man. So he ain't coming back to tell you people, you know, to get right. No. That's why the Lord set us up, man. The prophets, his men, to come tell you. But y'all don't want to hear us, man. And you know what? That's on you. The blood is off our hands. And when the trumpet and the evil come and you get swept away in that, then that's on you. All right? Now, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Until next time, shalom.